Hello, Devin. I'm just preparing my sculptures, my concrete sculptures for painting today. I'm going to layer on watercolors. Yesterday I rubbed black and sepia calligraphy ink into the crevices and then washed it off to get a contrast, like a black and white photo kind of. And that will lay under the translucent watercolors that I put over them. Oh yeah, I sell unpainted ones. Actually, I'm sorting out all these little heads here to decide which ones will remain just gray like this, and which ones I will add color to. The ones with the most imperfections and kind of sort of drips and variations that I don't like, I will use probably teal or Prussian blue on today. And the ones with slightly less imperfections that are not too bad, but that have some ununiform areas that I of a type that I don't like, I'll use whitish, like a whitish wash on these. Then these on this row here, they look pretty good. I think they can go just as is to the gallery, with a little more clear lacquer and polish over them. But these, oh, hold on, not this one. Yeah, this one goes back here. These are going to have blue on them back here. These will have whitish. Then these three will just stay gray. So, just got to get started. Yeah, I make the molds all myself. For this little sculpture here, this is actually the mold, and I cast some concrete in it yesterday. So today I'm gonna take this out of the mold. So I make them all out of silicone rubber. This is the mold for, we'll check that out, for this sculpture. Well, I sometimes do commissions, but I'm just so backlogged with sculptures that I want to make that this year I'm not doing any new commissions for new sculptures. I'm just so busy um, keeping my inventory up. I might next year, but right now I just can't. I do have an Etsy shop though. Let me show you. Um, all of my finished sculptures are at my Etsy shop. You see this batch here? I have more that this is about half of my weekly batch, but every week I make a batch of about anywhere from 16 to maybe 30 of these casts. And to cast them, smooth them, paint them, varnish them, and polish them up and get them ready to, and sign them on the back and get them all ready to sell. To get a weekly batch of anywhere from 16 to 30 takes 3 to 4 days of just solid work. So I cast on Monday. I take them out of the molds on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then on Thursday and Friday I paint them, which is what I'm doing today. Okay, let's get started. These are just going to be plain. Should be able to. I think I'll just give them a layer of varnish right now. I'm just using water-based varnish right now. Sometimes I use spray varnish, spray varnish. But today, I'm just using water-based brush on. Yeah, these are all made of concrete, so they're totally weatherproof. They can freeze and thaw without cracking. But okay, check out the messages, and I'm gonna type in the address of my Etsy shop, and I can easily just if you want to get a sculpture that's not painted, that's just raw concrete, or that has a surface um, that you can print on, just let me know, and I can customize the color or the finish, or leave no finish at all if that's what you like. But you can go to my Etsy shop, which I'll type the address right now, and click on contact and just talk to me about it. So this is my Etsy shop in the chat. Hold on, let me see. CLAYBRAVEN, Claybraven dot Etsy.com. Claybraven.etsy.com. Yeah, there it is. Do you see in the chat my Etsy shop address right there? I check messages at my Etsy shop every day, so it's kind of like email. You might find a sculpture there that you kind of like, that you wouldn't so that you wouldn't need to get me to make a custom sculpture. And remember, the photos that you see at my Etsy shop, some of them are kind of old, and some of them, the paint job you might not like very much. You can just ask me to customize it, because I paint them one by one anyway, so it's easy for me to change the color, or leave the tinting off of it altogether, and just leave it unfinished. Yeah, there we go. I'm turning on this fan because it's cold and the air is relatively humid today, so this lacquer is drying very slowly, so the fan helps it dry more quickly. Yeah, thanks. Well, I offer free shipping on Etsy, so just because it's the way you got to do it. I have this moon. It's not exactly a sun and a moon, but it's like a winking moon. One eye open and one eye closed. That's the closest thing I have to one eye open and one eye closed. It's a lot of fun. This one's pretty popular at my farmer's market stall. A unicorn of doom. Nice handle. Unicorn of doom. Uh-oh. I'm just painting my cast concrete sculptures today. What kind of festivals do you go to? I'm curious about that. Do you go to like once a year type festivals and things like that? Also, what kind of art do you do? Oh, I see. Well, I've spent the last 2 years just learning how to sell at weekly farmers markets that have craft market um, areas, and also at the I live in Portland, Oregon, so the Portland Saturday Market. Um, and then next year, my plan is to sort of branch out into just all the many different kinds of once a year holiday festivals and summer festivals and Renaissance fairs and all kinds of things they've got in Oregon, the Oregon Country Fair, things like that. Um, but I'm just thinking of doing that next year. Right now, I like just a regular weekly routine where I go and set up Saturday morning, sell on Saturday and Sunday, and then pack up and make stuff all week. And I do that at the Vancouver Farmers Market in Vancouver, Washington. I used to do it at the Portland Saturday Market, which was a lot of fun in downtown Portland. But the downtown logistics are a little complicated, and I've got really heavy. I have about 300 pounds of these little concrete sculptures that I have to pack in bins and carry physically and hang up on the walls of my tent. So it's a little more complicated than um, art prints and things. It's good exercise though. I don't need to go to the gym. I have about 100 little sculptures like this that I carry. Each one, these these weigh about 2 to 3 pounds each. Nashville, oh cool. Okay, gotta wait for these to dry. Okay, I'll tag you. Thanks. And you have a good weekend too. Good luck with sales. Anybody there? I'm going to turn off the show if nobody asks a question in the next couple minutes. How you doing? Anybody watching? I can't tell. I can't really tell. These are my concrete sculptures, and I cast them in molds that I make myself on Monday, then and sometimes Tuesday. Then I take them out of the molds and paint them and lacquer them and polish them on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And today I'm just starting the painting process. Anyway, have a good weekend. Bye.